Sa gitna ng trahedya, larawan ng katatagan si Attorney Leni Robredo, ang byuda ni Secretary Robredo. Sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon, humarap siya sa media kanina para ibahagi ang kanyang saloobin at mga alaala ng kanyang asawa. Narito ang ilang bahagi ng kanyang mga pahayag.
On a regular basis, nag-uusap kami mga 10-20 times a day. Pero that particular Saturday, halos siguro na doble yun. Ay yung exchange of text messages saka yung tawagan. He was flying to Cebu while meron naman kami ditong okasyon. Kung ano yung nangyayari sa okasyon, I would update him. Tatawag siya, masaya. Gusto niya makausap yung anak ko, magko-congratulate. All throughout the day, ganun yung tenor ng aming usapan. He wants to be home. Just before I reach the airport, nag-text siya. Sabi niya, balik ang plane sa Cebu. So I asked him bakit, but he didn't answer me. Instead, he replied again, balik ang plane sa Cebu. I was waiting for his instructions if I would wait for him at the airport or if I would go home muna, then just come back. Pero hindi ko siya makontak. I was trying to call him up. So instead, I decided to go home. I texted him, tawag ako ng tawag sa'yo, hindi ka sumasagot. And he answered. Mahirap kasi ang signal. I was finally able to contact him sa smart number niya. He answered. Pero sabi niya sa akin, Ma, sandali lang, may inaasikaso ako, tawagan na lang kita. In a very calm voice. It was as if I was calling him while he was in the middle of a meeting. Tapos sabihin niya sa akin, tatawagan na lang. So I told him, okay. Pero about 15 minutes after, mga 5 o'clock siguro, 4:55 to 5 o'clock, his security in Manila, Paul, called me up. Sabi niya, Ma'am, nakausap mo ba si sir? Medyo nalito pa nga ako because I told him, oo, 5 minutes ago. Sabi niya, 5 minutes? Sabi ko, baka 10 minutes. Pero apparently, it was about 15 to 20 minutes na. Sabi ko, bakit? Kasi sinabi niya na. When I put my phone down, doon na, naisip ko na baka siya na ngayon. I told my youngest daughter first because she was the one with me. I told her, let us pray. Because something might have happened to Papa's plane. She was already crying. Everyone was hoping that he would be okay. Pero ako, after the first night, I knew that he was gone. How we are coping, syempre napakahirap. Masakit masyadong mawala ng asawa, masakit mawala ng tatay, masakit mawala ng kapatid. Pero kami kasi, alam namin na ito yung ginusto ng Diyos. Wala naman kami magagawa kung hindi tanggapin. I was told that he was going to Manila on board a van, on board an ambulance, I think, with his father. I knew how he must be feeling. Pero who is ever prepared for a plane crash, diba? We do not expect him na isalba niya yung asawa ko at siya mamamatay. Si June po served my husband very well. Mabait siyang tao, mabait siya sa amin lahat. Kaya kung ano man yung nararamdaman ko sa kanya ngayon, pasasalamat yun lahat. Hindi siya secretary, hindi siya mayor pag nasa bahay. One of the reasons why he wanted to come home every weekend was that he feels grounded here. He wants to feel like a regular dad, a regular husband, kung sino man yung papalit. Yung mga seeds na naipundar niya sa mga local government units, sana tumubo yun. Kasi sayang naman, parang pag hindi kasi yun nangyari, parang yung lahat na pagod ng asawa ko, parang mapupunta sa wala. We feel very honored na inoffer yung libigan ng mga bayani, but we are very sure that Jess would prefer to be buried here. Naga has always been his home. He always tells me this is his happy place.